So hello everyone, hope you all are well. So today I will discuss about three-phase transformer part 2. Here I will discuss about the tertiary winding, three-phase auto transformer, Scott transformer connection and open delta connection. So before watching this lecture, you have to watch the three-phase transformer part 1, which you will get in my description section. Okay, so myself Mr. Santanu Noskar, Assistant Professor of Electrical Department GKCM GIS Group, and my mail ID is santanu.uyt@gmail.com and santanu.noskar_gkcm@gisgroup.org, and this is my Facebook page, Being Electrify with Santanu. So if you watch these two video, part 1 and part 2, then your three-phase transformer will covered. So let's start. Before starting this lecture, I want to share with you something that was told by Bill Gates, that don't compare yourself with anyone in this world. If you do so, you are insulting yourself. Let us discuss about your syllabus. The name of the syllabus is Electrical Machine 1, course code EES3 EM1. EM1 means Electrical Machine 1. So about this content, Unit 1, General Introduction of Rotating Machine, I have covered. Unit 2, DC Generator. Unit 3, DC Motor. Unit 4, Single Phase Transformer, I have already covered, and you will get the all lecture in my YouTube channel. So about this Unit 5, 3-phase transformer, today I will cover this concept of tertiary winding, 3-phase auto transformer, comparison of auto transformer with 2-winding transformer, Scott connection and open delta connection, and application of 3-phase transformer. So in part 1 you will get the upper portion, and part 2 you will get this portion. So let's start. So what is tertiary winding of transformer or 3-winding transformer? So in some high rating transformer, one winding is addition to its primary and secondary winding is used. So this additional winding apart from primary and secondary winding is known as tertiary winding. Because of this third winding, the transformer is also called 3-winding transformer. So the voltage rating of all the 3 winding of the transformer are usually unequal. Okay, so the primary winding has the highest voltage rating, the tertiary has the lowest voltage rating, and the secondary has the intermediate voltage rating. The chief advantages of this 3-winding transformer is an economy of construction and their great efficiency. Here just look the schematic diagram of 3-phase transformer, this picture. Okay, so for an ideal transformer, here V2 by V1 equals to T2 by T1, and V3 by V1 equals to T3 by T1. That's mean I1 T1 equals to I2 T2 equals to I3 T2. So the most significant advantages of this third winding are that the harmonic generated by the primary and secondary winding extinguished by the third winding. So the third winding is connected always in delta. Okay, so the voltage of the tertiary winding differ than the primary and secondary winding. Thus it is used for supplying the power to the auxiliary appurtenances like the fan, tube light, etc. of the substation. So the tertiary winding is used for following application, that the reactive power is supplied to the substation with the help of the tertiary winding. The tertiary winding reduces the impedance of the circuit so that the fault current easily passes to the ground, and it is used for testing the high rating transformer. Okay, so that's all the tertiary winding or 3-winding transformer. Now I will little bit discuss about the equivalent circuit of 3-phase winding 3-winding transformer. So this is the equivalent circuit shown in this figure. So consider R1, R2 and R3 are the resistance, X1, X2, X3 are the reactance of their winding, and Z1, Z2, Z3 are the impedance. Okay, so here also V1, V2, V3 voltage, and I1, I2, I3 current. of this 3 winding transformer. Look at this picture. Okay, now I will discuss about some advantages of using tertiary winding in transformer. So it reduces the unbalancing in the primary due to unbalancing in 3-phase load. It redistribute the flow of fault current. Sometimes it is required to supply an auxiliary load in different voltage level in addition to its main secondary load. So this secondary can be taken from tertiary winding of 3 winding transformer. And as the tertiary winding is connected in delta formation in 3 winding transformer, it assists in limitation of fault current in the event of short circuit from line to neutral. Next, I will discuss about 3-phase auto transformer. So about single phase auto transformer, I have already discussed what is auto transformer, how it's work, and what is step up and step down auto transformer. So now I will discuss about 3-phase auto transformer. So a 3-phase auto transformer is special type in which common winding is being shared by the high voltage and low voltage, and 3-phase AC being supplied at primary and output is collected at secondary. So 3-phase auto transformer is used for such application where small voltage is used in distribution system. So there is no electrical isolation is provided between them. It is designed for step up and step down voltage and work on magnetic induction principle. So the key features of this 3-phase auto transformer are: this is 3 kilovolt ampere to 500 kilovolt ampere rating, 50 by 60 hertz frequency, and it may be 50 or 60, depends on the country, and 3-phase. So 3-phase auto transformer is used in power application to connect system operating and voltage level rating from 66 kilovolt to 138 kilovolt transmission line. So this is some general 3-phase auto transformer diagram. Okay, so here some following explain different types of 3-phase auto transformer connection. Look here, D, Y, N, N5. How this 3-phase transformer have designed, I have already discussed in my part 1 lecture. Okay, so you can know the vector grouping and how to design the transformer, can know that. So 3-phase denoted by U, V, W, and N for neutral. Look here, DYN5, DYN11, DZN0, DZN6. Okay, so different types of 3-phase auto transformer connection. Now 3-phase auto transformer rating. This is the symbol of single phase auto transformer. This is the symbol of 3-phase auto transformer. Symbol. So rating, it is rated in kilovolt ampere, ranging its capacity from 1 kilovolt ampere to 500 kVA. Its tolerance range is plus minus 5%. So the insulating resistance being used in 3-phase auto transformer is 2000 mega ohm. To calculate the 3-phase kVA, we use below formula: kVA equals to volt into ampere into 1.73 by 1000. So this is the rating of 3-phase auto transformer. So now I will discuss about the comparison of auto transformer with 2-winding transformer. So this is the basis for difference, and this is single phase auto transformer, and this is conventional transformer. So according to definition, auto transformer is a transformer having only one winding, a part of which acts as a primary and other as a secondary, is called auto transformer. And conventional transformer, it is a static machine which transfers electrical energy from one end to another without changing frequency. Now, number of winding, auto transformer has only one winding wound on laminated core, and conventional transformer, it has two separated winding, primary and secondary winding. The symbol, this is the symbol of auto transformer. This is also the symbol, and this is the symbol of conventional transformer, which we all know. Now according to insulation, the primary and secondary winding are not electrically insulated for auto transformer, and for conventional transformer the primary and secondary winding are electrically insulated from each other. About induction, this is self induction and this is by mutual induction. Auto transformer is self inductance and conventional transformer by mutual inductance. Size is small for auto transformer, large for conventional transformer. Power transformer, partly by transformation and partly by direct electrical connection, and this is through the transformation. Voltage regulation is better for auto transformer, is good for conventional transformer. Winding material less required, this conventional more requires. Circuit, the primary and secondary winding circuits are connected magnetically, and here the primary and secondary winding circuit are connected both electrically and magnetically. Okay, about connection, depends upon the tapping, this connect directly to the load. Starting current, this decreases and conventional decreases by 1/3 times. Excitation current small, for conventional large. Economical is more economical and this is less economical for conventional. Cost less costly and conventional more costly. Efficient more, this is for less. Not efficient, this is less than auto transformer. Leakage flux and resistance low and for conventional high. Impedance less, conventional high. Cost cheap, very costly. Losses low, for conventional high. Output voltage variable and for conventional constant. Application uses a starter in an induction motor as a voltage regulator in railway in a laboratory, and uses in power supply for step up and step down the voltage. So about this difference I have already discussed in my single phase transformer chapter, where I have discussed about the total auto transformer. I have already discussed about this difference and application fastly. Okay, so you can go through the lecture also about single phase auto transformer. You will get the lecture in my description section. Okay, so next I will discuss about Scott T transformer connection. So the Scott T connection is the method of connecting two single phase transformer to perform 3-phase to 2-phase conversion, and also for vice versa. So the two transformers are connected electrically but not magnetically. One of the transformer is called the main transformer and the other is called the auxiliary or teaser transformer. Remember the teaser transformer. Okay. So the figure here shows the Scott T transformer connection. The main transformer is center tapped at D and is connected to the line B and C to 3-phase side. So it has a primary BC and secondary A1 A2, small a1 a2, and the teaser transformer is connected to the line terminal and center tapping at D. So it has primary AD and secondary B1 B2. Okay, small b1 b2. So the identical interchangeable transformer used for Scott T connection, in which each transformer having a primary winding of primary turns TP and is provided with tapping at 0.289 primary turns, also 0.5 primary turns, and also 0.866 primary turns. So now I will discuss about the phasor diagram of Scott connection transformer. So the line voltage of the 3-phase system VAB, VBC and VCA, which are balanced, are shown in this figure. Okay, the same voltage is shows as closed equilateral triangle is figure. So the figure shows the primary winding of the main and the teaser transformer. So now we can write VAB equals to VBC equals to VCA, which is equals to V. Now the D divides the primary BC from the transformer into two halves, and hence the number of turns in portion BD equals to the number of turns in portion DC. Okay, which is equals to primary turns by 2, TP by 2. The voltage VBD and VDC are equal now, and they are in phase with VBC. Now we can write VBD equals to VDC equals to half VBC, which is equals to half VL less than 0 degree. So the voltage between AD is also like VBD equals to VDC equals to half BC equals to half VL less than 0 degree, which we can write VAD equals to VAB plus VBD. So now from here we can write VAD equals to VL within bracket minus half plus J root 3 by 2 plus half VL, and VAD we can also write VL within bracket J root 3 by 2 equals to 0.866 VL, which is less than 90 degree. Okay. So the TZ transformer has a primary voltage rating is root 3 by 2, or we can say 0.866 of the voltage rating of the main transformer. Now voltage VAD is applied to the primary of the TZ transformer, and therefore the secondary of the voltage V2T of the TZ transformer will lead the secondary terminal voltage V2M. Okay, of the main transformer by 90 degree angle, which is shown in this figure. Okay, this is V2T, this is V2M, this is M, V2M. So now we can write VS1 by VAD equals to TS by TAD, which we can also write V2T equals to TS by TAD into VAD equals to TS by root 3 by 2 TP into root 3 PT by 2, and we can also write TS by TP into VL equals to V2M. So for keeping the voltage per turn same in the primary of the main transformer and the primary of the TZ transformer, the number of turn in the primary of the TZ transformer should be equals to root 3 by 2 TP. Thus the secondary of the both transformers would have equal voltage rating. The V2T and V2M are equal in magnitude and 90 degree apart in time. They result in the balanced two-phase system. Now I will discuss about the position of neutral point N. So the primary of the two transformer may have a 4-wire connection to a 3-phase supply if the tapping N is provided on the primary of the TZ transformer such that the voltage across AN equals to VN, okay, and equals to phase voltage, and which is equals to V1 by root 2. So since the voltage across portion AD, okay, look at this picture, portion AD equals to VAD equals to root 3 by 2 VL. So we can also write for ND, voltage across the portion ND, VND equals to VAD minus VAN, okay, equals to root 3 by 2 VL equals minus V by L root 3, which is VL by 2 root 3. So the same voltage turn in portion AN, ND and AD are shown by the equation. Okay, so TAN equals to TP by root 3, which is 0.577 TP, and TND equals to TP by 2 by root 3 equals to 0.288 TP, and we can also write TND equals to root 3 TP by 2 equals to 0.866 TP, and finally TN by TND equals to TP by root 3 plus TP by 2 root 3 equals to 2. So from the equation here shows the neutral point N divides the primary of the TZ transformer in ratio, this neutral point in ratio of 2:1. So AN is to ND, this is A, this is N, this is D. AN is to ND equals to 2:1, 2:1. Okay, now I will discuss about the application of Scott connection. So these are the following application of Schottky connection, which is the Schottky connection is used in an electric furnace installation where it is desired to operate two single phase together and draw the balance load from the 3-phase supply. And number 2, it is used to supply the single phase load such as electric train, which are so scheduled as to keep the load on the 3-phase system as nearly as possible. And then the Schottky connection is used to link a 3-phase system with a 2-phase system with the flow of power in either direction. Now the Schottky connection permit conversion of the three-phase system to a two-phase system and vice versa. But since two-phase generator are not available, the converter from two-phase to three-phase are not used in practice. Now I will discuss about open delta connection and what is open delta connection, what is VV system. So if you listen carefully my words, you will definitely understand this process. So an open delta connection transformer uses two single phase transformer to provide a three phase supply to the load. An open delta connection system is also called VV system. Open delta connection system are usually only used in emergency condition, as their efficiency is low when compared to delta delta, which is closed delta system, and which are used during standard operation. Okay, so in subsequent discussion we will explain this system with the help of some numerical value, then you will understand clearly. Suppose you have three single phase transformer of 10 kilovolt ampere each. Okay, so they are connected in both primary and secondary side in a delta connection. Then it can be said they are connected in a closed delta system. So how much three-phase balance load can be supplied by this combination? The answer is this combination can supply 30 kilovolt ampere three-phase balance load. So load on each transformer will be then 10 kilovolt ampere, and each transformer is operating as its rated capacity. Now let one transformer is damaged and disconnected due to repairing purpose. Now the remaining system will work as an open delta system. Okay, if you remove one line of delta, then it's become V. Okay, that's why it's called VV system. So open delta, now we have two single phase transformer. Now how much three phase balance load can be supplied by this combination? Answer is now we have two single phase transformer of 10 kilovolt ampere, but we are not able to supply now 20 kilovolt ampere in three phase balance load. So this combination can supply a maximum of 17.32 kilowatt ampere three phase balance load. So load on each transformer will be then 10 kilovolt ampere. Each transformer is operating at its rated capacity, and the efficiency of this open delta system will be less as compared to the closed delta system. So this is because both transformer are operating at rated capacity, which is 10 kilovolt ampere. So their losses will be full load losses, but the output is reduced. Output is 17.32 kilovolt ampere instead of 20 kilovolt ampere. Okay, so this is the basic idea. Now the output of open delta system is possible to be 20 kilovolt ampere. Then the efficiency of closed delta and open delta system will be same. And in whole world, to supply three phase load instead of three single phase transformer, two single phase transformer may be sufficient. So you are able to continue three phase supply as open delta system but at reduced efficiency. So how can the value of 17.32 kilovolt ampere be calculated? We will be break down this calculation in here by this picture. So let us start with this relevant equation. Okay, so the capacity of open delta system equals to root 3 into rating of the one transformer, which is root 3 into 10 kVA, which is 17.32 kVA. So capacity of open delta system we can write 0.577 into rating of closed delta system, which is equals to 0.577 into 30 kilovolt ampere, which is 17.32 kilovolt ampere. So the total load carried by the open delta system is 57.7% of closed delta system. You can better understand the above equation with this circuit diagram here. Okay, so this figure shows the connection of diagram of an open delta system. In this diagram, a three-phase unity power factor load, which is resistive load, is supplied by two transformers. Each transformer is rated as 10 kilovolt ampere. Current rating is 10 ampere. Look here, 10 ampere, and So this all about my three-phase transformer part 2 lecture. Now I will discuss about some reference book, which is Electrical Machine by Ashfaq Hussain and Harun Ashfaq. It's a very good book for diploma and BTech engineers. Then Electrical Machinery for Dr. P.S. Bhimra. This is a very good book according to my choice. This is also suitable for diploma, BTech and MTech also. Then the Principle of Electrical Machine, V.K. Mehta and Rohit Mehta. If you want to know the basic of electrical machine, then this book is very good for you. So thank you. Hope you all enjoy my lecture. If you have any query, please comment in my comment box. I will definitely reply to your comment. So like, share and subscribe my channel, and stay safe and stay happy, and you will get the part 1 lecture in my description section and the auto transformer lecture also. So thank you. Bye.